Welcome everybody to the live broadcast. Don't wait to be great. I am your host, Mr. Derrick Forston, and beautiful, who are you?
I am Shay Forston.
And we teach you guys how to start your own independent living facility. And can you believe it? We're almost in October. Guys, what happened to January and February and March of this year? Like it just
left.
So guys, don't forget, man, a lot of y'all set a lot of goals this year, and we want to be a part of helping you all make that come true. So again, if you're new to us, go ahead and put in the chat where you're located, city and state. And as we always say, usually we won't be before you guys super long today, but we'll see how that goes because we got some special announcements. We got a big event coming up that we're super excited about that we've been kind of building behind the scenes. So again, if you guys are anywhere to where you can just only hear me, we want you guys to come over to the YouTube channel at Forston Consultants. I see a lot of people are joining on the TikTok channel. You guys come on over because if you love God, love people, and love real estate, you're in the right place because we show you guys how to take a regular residential property, connect with social workers and case managers and people within your community to take people from homeless to hopeful.
Exactly.
So lucky for y'all, I'm not a crab in the bucket because many years ago, probably over 19 years ago now, I used to be a social worker, right? And that was my dream to get into something like this. But most people hid it from me and nobody wanted to share it. But lucky for y'all, I'm the opposite of that. In fact, excuse my language, but I have diarrhea at the mouth when it comes to talking about this. Because I promised God many years ago, Ronald, that if he changed my life with this thing, that I would absolutely go all over the world teaching it and I would never take any credit. Yeah. It's all good to see you too, big bro. So watch me do that right now really quickly for people that don't know me. Watch me live out the thing I promised God 9 years ago. Because I said, God, if you let me get in this and it changed my life, I'll say, God, I'll teach this everywhere where they will allow it. Yep. And I'll never take any credit and allow people to think I'm some genius. So watch me do that. Guys, without God, I'm a nobody. I'm an absolute nothing. But with God, most of y'all gonna think I'm a genius by the time we're done today, because I'm gonna teach you guys how to, again, take a property and quit your job if that's what you desire to do. Now, we usually don't use that Q word a lot. We do say the word resigned because we don't quit. Shay really hates that word. Please. Quitters never win and winners never quit.
Exactly.
So we gonna show you guys how to resign from your job, and some of y'all can do that by Thanksgiving of this year. Now, some of y'all, that's hard to fathom. But again, without God, I'm nobody. But with God, combined with real estate, guys, like, show me something that's better in life other than real estate, doing the will of God, and serving your community.
Correct.
Now, again, if you live by that, or that's kind of your mantra, you're in the right place. But if you came here to learn how to bake a pound cake, if you came here to learn how to start a mechanic shop, you in the wrong place. But Shay, if they love real estate, if they love helping people, and if you love like generally like community, because Shay gonna talk a lot about that today too with her nonprofit, because I don't do it from a nonprofit. I'm for profit.
Right.
So also put in the chat, if your desire is to do this as a nonprofit, let me know in the chat. But if you're gonna kind of be like me and LLC it and graduate to S Corp, talk about that. So there's a lot of different ways to do this. But one more time, man, if you put God first, serve your community, and combine real estate with it, I dare you to show me something else that's like more proven than that. And that's kind of my intro, and that's who I am. I'm the founder of Second Chance Housing. That's my personal independent living facility where we take men from homeless to hopeful. And because Shay, my community dictates the elderly adult and the military veteran, that's the gist of who I house.
Yeah.
Not because I just wanted that population. Like some of y'all say, Derrick, I want to house military veterans. Derrick, I want to house a working individual. Well, sometimes you also got to listen to what the community is dictating to you. So that's 100%. My intro. Shay, tell the people again who you are. Pretend you just got here. Tell the people who you are, what do you do, and why did you start a nonprofit versus an LLC?
So again, I'm Shay Forston, president and founder of the Angela Denise Foundation. Literally, I house women that have gone through all sorts of traumatic situations and circumstances in life. And I do that through a nonprofit standpoint. The reason why I went nonprofit, Derrick, honestly, is because initially, Derrick, you had the LLC. And I was thinking of a more robust way to evolve or expand what we do. And that was to be able to do things like provide funding for people that we knew as we started growing this thing would become a part of our affiliation or our association of independent living facilities or living homes. So I wanted to make sure that, you know, there was a way in which they could join with us or partner with us and still be able to utilize some of the benefits that come with a nonprofit. So like this last week, I talked briefly about, you know, connecting with a gentleman that does the large cleaning supplies, right? So I've got in the trunk of my car guys, I've got 20 gallons of like household supplies.
In 5-gallon pails,
In 5-gallon pails. So I've got like detergent, cleaning solutions, like your the bald guy, Mr. Clean with Tide, that nice smelling stuff in my vehicle to go and take to my ILFs. Those are some of the community relationships that I'm obtaining because of being a nonprofit. So not only are they saying, hey, you can come and leverage us, or we want to serve you and give you X, Y, and Z to help your housing program. So those are some of the things that I love, right? Now I have a connection that I can be able to say, hey, you know, if y'all need X, Y, and Z, I'm getting the 5-gallon pails. I can replenish for you, you know, at no cost, because it's a benefit to your residents and being able to help them offset some of their costs, right? They live on a limited income. So what I do as a nonprofit, Derrick, is try to eliminate some of the things that they have to purchase on a regular basis. Detergent. Everybody's washing clothes. Guess what? If they don't have detergent, laundry piles up. The house starts to smell like old funky clothes. So guess what I do? I make sure that there's detergent. And if I can get it in a 5-gallon pail, why not?
For the price you're getting it at too.
So big shout out on TikTok to Mike Tubbs and Suds. So on TikTok, if you're in the Florida area, and if you're not in the Florida area, great thing about it, he ships. Mike Tubbs and Suds. They ship. So shout him out. He's big on TikTok. Amazing.
You want to tell them what you paid for it? Is that a secret or something?
So
or no?
Right now, and I told him he's going to change it, but right now his pricing has changed. So I spoke to him in person. Some of his social media that's going out is saying $25, but it went up $5 for the pail, for the 5-gallon pail. And that's all things. So like, if it's laundry soap, it's $30. If it's Downy, it's $30.
If it's
Dawn dish detergent, $30. So it doesn't matter. So
Fabuloso, what is it?
Fabuloso,
$30. Five gallons.
Suavitel, like he's got a whole bunch of stuff.
Let me interject my 2 cents.
Yeah.
Because y'all know I'm the business guy. Some of y'all can get this stuff and, excuse me for saying this, but cut it and resell it as well. Some of these people that are selling these 5-gallon pails, they're actually telling you to cut it. Some people are telling you to buy the individual bottles, and now you can turn that into a business.
Yeah.
Now that's just my business mind. So, Shay just telling y'all how to actually offer it in terms of your place. Yeah. But some of y'all can actually serve 2 purposes and also sell it to other people. Correct. Does that make sense, everybody?
So I'm going to be honest. He was very forthcoming and told me, because of what I do, he said, you don't want them to have concentrate because they're already in the mindset of a little is not enough. So he told me, cut it. He said, because it's concentrate. Everything that he sells is a concentrate.
Yeah.
So
see what I mean, guys?
Even the beads, like your smell good beads for your, like I opened the bottle for your mom and she almost took us, like it almost knocked her backwards. And you smelled it too. Yeah. It's very strong. So
because my business mind says, where is he getting this stuff from? That he's able to do this for $25, $30 a 5-gallon.
So
see how my mind works?
His name on TikTok is Mike Tubbs, Tubs, and Suds. Mike Tubbs and
we need to get an affiliate link if we're gonna be doing that.
So, and I met with his wife last night, had an amazing meeting with his wife for over 2 hours. Super amazing. And this is what I love about having a nonprofit and also having other businesses, right? The one good thing is I lead off with my nonprofit. This is who I am. This is what I do. But then if I see there's an opportunity for me to assist, I now start offering my other services like digital flow solutions, right? Virtual assistants with VA 101.
Yeah, they needed all services.
Of that. They needed it all. So super excited about that. So when you go out to places, don't be afraid to lead with what you do. And I always pull at the heartstrings of people because the base of what I do is the Angela Denise Foundation, right? Everything else is around that. The same way for you. Second Chance Housing is your tree trunk and everything else flows around that. So, and it gives you an opportunity to step in and have conversations with people that you normally wouldn't have. But like I said, yes, thank you, Sasha, for putting that in the chat. Yes, Mike Tubbs and Suds, and tell them that Shay Forston sent you. Definitely tell him that Shay Forston sent you. He's super cool. His wife is amazing. His wife is doing amazing things. So once everything is set with her, I'm going to be talking a lot about what they do and how people in Florida that have ILFs can connect with his wife. And that's a whole nother story. Like, it is so amazing because she's a nurse. She's an ARNP in the process of getting her doctorate, and she has a practice. So she can offer your general practitioner services. So like your primary
for your ILF clients.
For your ILF clients. And she does it on a subscription base. And it's literally $100 a month for medication management, blood work, all of that stuff. So just think about being able to now have this offering as well. So that was a blessing, Derrick. That whole connection was a blessing. And I know I segued way off of what Derrick asked me to do, but I just wanted to show you the importance of having a nonprofit for me and how it then stems other opportunities and other ways for people to donate, right? They may not have to donate money, but they can donate time. People will donate services. So that's what was the benefit for me. And now that we're configuring the ILF association, everybody that falls under us it's blessed, because now if I have affiliations that are pouring into the Angela Denise Foundation, I can send them to you all as partners of the Angela Denise Foundation. So that was the reason why I went nonprofit. You got to look big. You can't just look at the scope of what you're doing right now in this moment, but where you want to go as a nonprofit founder. So long story short, no, I took a pig trail, but I hope that was informative to all of you all. Good morning, Jillian.
And also, just in case, I don't think we said his location. He's actually in Polk County. So he's in Winter Haven, Florida.
And he does.
But like Shay said, he shipped. So that don't matter. But if you're because like Shay, that was probably what, Shay, an hour and what drive for you?
Not even, just about an hour. Because about an hour. Because I stopped at your mom.
She also exaggerates on time a lot. So if she tell me it was an hour, I'm going to tell y'all it was an hour and 25 minutes.
It was an hour and 15 minutes.
Trust me.
It was an hour
if Shay
and 15
say 115,
minutes.
it was easy 130.
And listen, guys, it was not that far, okay? Because we didn't have no traffic, and that was the blessing. Now, if there was traffic, we would have been in trouble. But we smooth ride up. We literally got by your mom's in about 35 minutes, 40 minutes. And then we stopped at your mom's, and then it took us about 20 minutes to get from your mom's to his door. So about an hour and 10.
Good stuff. All right. So let's jump back into the material. So today's topic is mistakes that can cost you thousands of dollars, right?
Boy.
So instead of just jumping into that, I want to know who we're speaking to today. Obviously, a lot of people will watch this on a replay, but a lot of you guys are live now. Put in the chat again, city and state of where you're located, and if you're new to us. I really want to know also who's new to us, because that'll kind of determine how deep I go today. Now, if you guys are just all family, I'm going to jump right into the meat of stuff. Right. But if we got some new people, I never want to just take for granted that you guys know who we are. So again, we're live on our YouTube channel at Forston Consultants. We're also simulcasting to Facebook and Instagram.
And TikTok.
So my TikTok people, I'll admit, I want you guys to come over because you guys just see one standard picture. I'm probably getting ready to show 55 pictures really soon. And I want to make sure that you guys can see what I'm getting ready to show. Because according to some of these points I'm going to make, I'm going to show certain pictures. Because what some of y'all don't know, right? I used to be the social worker, and God allowed me to see a lady making 41 grand a month doing what we're talking about. The only difference is, y'all, is that she did it the wrong way, and she was doing it in rats and roaches. The beds were on the ground. She was putting 15 to 18 people in one house. Guys, that's crazy when you got a 3-bed, 2-bath or a 4-bed, 2-bath, and you got 18, 16, 13 people in it. Yeah. That's crazy. So we don't do that. That's one of the mistakes right off the bat. I'm going to tell you, we're not creating sardine cans here. Most of the time, 99, 98% of the time, it's 2 people per room.
Right. And
sometimes it's 1 person per room. Sometimes it's 3 people, depending on that room is so large. Yeah. But the HUD guidelines for most of what we do, It's 2 heartbeats per room if you want to just be right there by the book.
Correct.
But we work with a lot of programs that say, Derrick, boy, we need it, bro. And I don't mind if you put another bed in there. Derrick, we gonna certify to say it's okay. Right? So again, just for the general sense of things, one more time, we are not creating sardine cans. If you got a 4-bed, 2-bath home, you're most likely gonna have 8 to 9 people in that place. And most of y'all, let me give you a statistic right now. Most of y'all can walk off your job with 2 of these houses. I don't care if it's a 3-2 or 4-2.
Yeah.
Most of y'all, right? Because guys, I tell my story. I made 28 grand a year. When that lady showed me she was making 41 grand a month every 30 days, I said, oh my God. Put a number 7 in the chat. If you made 41 grand a month, would that change your life a little bit?
Oh, a lot of it.
Put a number 7 in the chat. If you made 41 grand every 30 days, Miss LaVon, would that help you and your family out a little bit?
So
Shay, go ahead.
So I like when you talk about the sardine can situation, because what people don't realize is the more people, the more problems the more consistent you have to be, even in your assessment, because now you're not assessing based on the minimal number of people in the house. You're trying to make the best decision based on everybody that's in the house. And I know people hear me say that often and I sound like a broken record, but when you are doing your assessment, you have to be logical and mindful of the people that are already in the ILF or in the house, because what you're doing is you're helping yourself, right? You're minimizing the distractions, you're minimizing the stress by making sure you bring someone in that kind of meets the community, that meets the vibe that's already been set and structured in this house. So that's what it is that you want to do. What do you need?
I got to find my Shay. Can we get our charger? I just saw that the battery is running low. I didn't know I didn't have it charged up. Oh, and that's going to be right there in that wall on the other end there.
All right. So
also really quickly, guys, let me know in the chat, Crosby kid, Crosby family, Miss Beatrice, Sasha, are you all new to us or have you been kind of hanging around a while? I want you guys to shout me out if you're new to us. Who's new to us? Like in the last 2 weeks, maybe you haven't really caught us live. Anybody new to us? I just want to welcome you all personally. And I want to dive into some stuff that some of the new people maybe have never seen, because I'm super transparent. As I said, I got diarrhea at the mouth. The Chisholm Ranch, perfect. And I'm probably saying that wrong. Perfect. He's new. Perfect. Glad you're here. Let us know how you found us too. Was that TikTok, Instagram, Facebook? And again, if you're on TikTok, come to Forston Consultants on the YouTube. That's FORSTON. So I'm going to jump into some stuff real quick, but I want to just lead out one of the biggest mistakes that can cost you thousands of dollars. And some of y'all heard me say this, but my new people and then the folks that'll be coming in, and Shay know this, right? Shay, remember that loud knock at the door? Yeah. Right? Yeah. When, you're being served. So guys, I didn't have no insurance when I first got into this. That was dumb. Yeah. Why and how would you build something that's going to be so big and so great and you don't protect it? And we live in a world today where everybody loves to sue you for whatever.
Everybody.
Like if you if you sneezed and they were 50 feet away from you, they want to sue you because you caused them harm and danger.
Listen. And
what I found out is quickly when I got into business is that a lawsuit don't have to be true. Somebody can just lie on you and file it. So you gotta fight it.
Let me show
to
you
prove your innocence. Go ahead, Shay.
What I dislike, you know how they say innocent until proven guilty? You're literally, it don't feel that
you're guilty until you prove that you're innocent.
Like literally, that's what it looks like from a cost perspective, because you've got to fight for your freedom. You've got to fight for your innocence. I was laughing because I noticed today's topic. And there was someone, Derrick, that chose, and I'm gonna be very honest, and you probably didn't realize this, but one of our assistants was going back and forth with somebody that chose not to do the coaching because we highlighted things that could go wrong. I don't know if you realize that. So I laughed and I responded. I said, well, ma'am, the goal is for us is to be very transparent.
Oh, I actually thought she said, thank you for being transparent about that.
No. If you read it, if you read a little deeper, she said she felt that there was in the books. I guess she got your book about the 12 dumbest mistakes that you made.
No, she wanted that book. She wanted that book. I think you read that wrong, actually.
Because Jennifer even went back and had to. But anyway, that's the whole purpose of us being transparent.
Yeah, I
because
don't
we
hide
want
nothing.
people to know that there are abilities for you to be. This program can be very wide open for liability. And what people don't realize is if they don't steward things correctly, their business correctly, you're open for lawsuits. You're open for the mistakes. You're open for issues that can arise that you may not know how to navigate through, that can cause you to look guilty, even though you're doing something with a pure heart, pure intentions. But if you don't have the right covering or coverage both, then you get into those fickle places that can make you look a lot worse than what you're trying to do. So just be mindful of that. And yeah, it was just funny. I thought about that just now when I looked at it yesterday or
that's one thing a lot of people just actually do really appreciate about us, that
we finally I
have over 1,000 videos on this topic, right? So when I say I have something for everybody, I truly mean that. My free complimentary content, and I'm trying to get away from the word free, but my complimentary content on YouTube is better than what a lot of people pay for. I got over 1,000 videos that are just under the live tab, not counting the videos. But when you go to our YouTube channel, and that's why we lead everybody to the button that says live, there's over 1,000 videos. There isn't a question in your head that's not already in a video form. But I understand that people want the coaching. Don't want to have to sift through my videos of me running my big mouth. So a lot of people jump into our DIY product, which is a do-it-yourself. And a lot of people want the hand-holding, which is our one-on-one coaching called the ILF Mastery Blueprint. But if you ain't got a dime or you don't want to invest in yourself, our free content is a no-brainer.
Complimentary.
So again, right, I'm struggling with that. But again, if you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do that, because all I am, guys, is just a simple guy. Wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth, dreamed to be rich all my life. And when God gave me this business, it opened up the door for everything else that we've stepped into. So a lot of y'all know this, but for my new people, Shay and I own 8 businesses. And I'll admit, that's not because we're so great.
Yeah,
it's this one business that we talking about now that blossomed into all of that other stuff. And I truly believe that God said, Derrick, okay, I see you, bro. I see you, Derrick. You're going to honor me. You're going to honor people. And you're doing what I put in my word, which is take care of the poor, the needy, and the widow.
Yeah.
The Bible says when you take care of the poor, the needy, and the widow, God says it's like you're doing a favor unto him.
Talk about it.
He uses the word the least of thee. That means the homeless, the marginalized, and the guy that can't afford these apartments in your city.
Talk about it.
So we developed something that's called the independent living facility. That's just a big old fancy way to say that we go out and rent or lease properties. Some of y'all should be dancing in your living room right now because you thought you had to buy the daggone place.
For a property, right? Yeah.
Guys, when that girl told me, she said, Derrick, I don't own these places. That girl poured her phone out. She said, Derrick, look, you think I own these places? And y'all, this is before I saw the rats and the roaches, because she never would teach me and she wouldn't show me like, Derrick, this is what you do. But because I was the social worker at Chisholm Ranch, I knew what all the addresses were. And when I went and I saw, it broke my heart. And just for my new people real quick, here is me. I'm y'all new big brother now. So if you're new to me, welcome. I'm your new big brother.
And TikTok, you won't be able to see this. So if you would like to see what he's showing, come on over to YouTube.
Forston Consultants. Yep. Now on this screen right here, guys, this is me just like most of y'all praying that God changed my life. I got a lot of nice titles here because this one, I ain't gonna point fingers. They tricked me to go to college, y'all. College was not my dream. But this one is so smart, and she keep going and getting these degrees. She said, Derrick, what you gonna do with yourself, bro? She said, Derrick, I don't want to outgrow you. I know you a hustler, and I know you got it. But Derrick, you got to get some education behind you.
Hold on.
But watch this. I ain't telling none of y'all to get up and go to school. That was my route. Yeah. So none of y'all go tomorrow and sign up for a 4-year degree because I'm going to give you the cheat code. But thank God for a great wife that saw something in me and pushed me to my destiny, I'm going to call it. That's why God sent me her.
I just want to say this. Not that I'm a bully and I just picked him and picked on him. What people don't realize is the position that I played, the role, it's all down on the ground. The role that I played sat me in places where I was affiliated. I was in meetings. I was at lunches. I was at dinners. I was at surgeons' homes, going to events. And my thing is, what I did not want is for Derrick to step in this room, being on my arm, and not feel comfortable in that place. So, and I knew that was going to get bigger. It was going to evolve even more to the opportunities that was afforded to us. Yeah. And Derrick, the funny thing about it, what God placed in my heart, it happened on a smaller scale when I was in corporate America. But do you see how much bigger it got once we both left? Mm-hmm. Like the opportunities, the connections, the friends that we now have, that in a million years you wouldn't even expect that. But it's one thing I say to women, right? If you see that your husband is in a place of not even trying to find himself, but you're in a place and you feel like you're fearful of outgrowing this person, lift him up. Like, people don't even know half of the stuff we used to do. Like, Derrick told this, and I'm going to share it today. I made more than Derrick.
Oh, yeah.
And it was times when
the whole time, from the day I met Shay, from dating, she always made more than me. Absolutely.
And the reason, and I would do things, I would never belittle him. I wanted to go out to fancy places. Yep. Let me tell you what I used to do, guys. Actually, I'm going to let Derrick tell you what I used to do. I told a story the other day about, I was coaching somebody and told them that when I was a social worker, because I worked for one of the greatest doctors in the area, people always took us out to dinner, like those drug reps. So I never could afford a Ruth Chris steak. I never could afford to take Shay to Charlie's, or whatever the highest steakhouse is in your city. I couldn't take Shay to that. So guess what I did? I would bring Shay my leftovers. That's now some of y'all gonna laugh at me, but I say, Shay, you got to taste this steak from Ruth Chris. It ain't like that one that we get down there at that family restaurant in my city. And y'all may laugh at that, but I dreamed to take Shay to Del Frisco's. I dreamed to take her to Ruth Chris. But the closest I got to it was bringing her, and watch this, at dinner, hungry, and would save half the steak just so that she could experience it. See, y'all picking me if y'all want to, but I knew one day I was going to be able to take her anytime she get ready. Those just weren't the days. Right. Back on and you. Not even don't laugh at me, Ronald. See, Ronald gonna laugh at me, Shay. No, he's not.
Miss Shannon gonna probably laugh at me.
I doubt it. But no, one of the other things I used to do as well, right? Because I would get bonuses and just a lot of different things. And I wanted that steak. Yeah. That steak. I knew what that was like, right? Outside of him going to these fancy things, I was going to fancy things too, but we were never going together. So what I would do is say, hey, let's go out. And Derrick would have this puppy dog look on his face, like, okay, but you know where we're going. And I'm like, no. And I would always, before we left the house, I would hand him a debit card. Yeah. And it was just,
somebody should be taking notes of this. This can change our life, man, because it's perspective. Can y'all see Shay's mindset? Even though I make the most money, let me not go out to dinner and flaunt it like that when Derrick is supposed to be the head of this thing and where we eventually going. That's God's plan, not mine. Yeah. Makes sense, everybody? Look at the mindset of her.
And the reason why I wanted to hover there for a second, because a lot of times we as women can be dream killers. We can speak down on situations because we assume that a man is supposed to have it all together when it happens.
Come on, Shay.
And that's not true. When I first met Derrick, I was serving God, but I wasn't serving God. You know what I'm saying? We had a little bit of a relationship and we just, that was my homie, but I was still living a life. But I always knew God placed this thing. And I know now that it was the Holy Spirit that said, you've got to nurture the gift that's in front of you. And I really didn't understand it, but I will always tell Derrick, man, you're going to be somebody someday.
She always told me that.
Like, we weren't even dating. I was like, bro, like we were close friends. And I was like, bro, you are going to be somebody someday.
I said, yeah, you think so?
And I used to always say that. And I just never knew why. I just felt this.
I thought I knew it too, but I didn't know it would be what I am today. But Shay always spoke that into me. Yeah. So we sit under leadership that uses this phrase, you got to speak to the king that he will become.
Come on.
So I wasn't the king 8, 9 years, 13, 15 years ago. I married Shay in 2012, but we were friends a long time before that. July 7th, 2012 was when we got married.
2006.
Right?
Because I moved to the US in
I had a job at Walmart warehouse.
Yeah, I didn't even know you were working at
Got fired from that one because I was acting up a little bit and went and got another job.
Yeah.
Then I got another job, and then I started my own detailing business. And this one said, "Hey man, I'm getting all these degrees. What you gonna do with yourself, bro?" And that's what I was telling y'all about. Like, Shay tricked me. She said, "Let's go to this school and see what they offer." Y'all, I got back in the car. I said, "Wait a minute. Did that lady say I start in 2 weeks?"
Yeah.
I'll never forget it. It was October-ish, many years ago now.
And then we both graduated.
I said, "Shay, did that lady say I start?" She said, "Derrick, don't worry about it. I'm going to help you." Y'all, Shay helped me with one assignment. And 4 years later, I walk across the stage in Jacksonville, Florida, and I graduate.
No. He expected me to help him.
To do the work.
I was working on my master's, okay? So it was absolutely no way I'm doing his homework and I'm doing mine. I'm working full-time. I'm still taking call. Like, I was still taking OR call. I was still doing all of these other things. And I was like, absolutely not, sir. But the fun thing about it is I should have finished. I was supposed to graduate with my master's, I think 3 months before you. I would have been in the
we actually graduated together on one of your degrees. She got several degrees, but when she got her master's, that was my bachelor's. Okay, so that's just us kind of just taking y'all through that little bit of a story.
Why I wanted to go there is because I think a lot of times people get they see their spouse or they see that person that they love in a place and they don't realize and it takes prayer, right? Make sure that you're being obedient to the Holy Spirit and knowing that that is what God is calling you to do. For me, I knew because it was something that I couldn't shake, right? It was that feeling that I couldn't shake, and it was don't ever
Smiley say that you unlock that potential. Smiley, that's exactly what happened. Smiley's on TikTok. That and Smiley and everybody on TikTok, y'all come over to like TikTok's getting big now. Y'all come over to YouTube if you want to see everything. And it said Forston Consultants.
Yeah.
And if 3 of y'all can type that in the chat to help my folks on TikTok, it's FORSTON Forston Consultants. Back on you, Shay.
So the only reason why I wanted to share that and give y'all just some background on us, right? One is because we're family. And we share because we want to see other people grow. And I want to see other wives see the potential and unlock the potential in their husbands. We're supposed to be Proverbs 31 women, right? So, and that's what we do. We don't beat them down. We don't crush a dream, even if you don't understand it, because I did not understand this thing. When he got another lease, I'm like, bruh, I will have to pay for another rental because technically he's making $20,000 a year. So I'm like, Lord, if this don't work now,
I say, Shay, I found the thing that's going to change our life. I say, you just don't see it yet. I say, Shay, I don't know what this is. I don't know what I'm doing. But Shay, if a lady can make 41 grand in rats and roaches, Shay, why not me? Because let me fast forward this story.
Yeah.
After I begged and pleaded with people to teach me what this was, y'all, people hid this from me. Nobody wanted to show me. But because I was the social worker, because I knew all the addresses, guess what I did on a Saturday, y'all, around this time about 8 years ago?
You went creeping.
Lucky for all y'all, I broke a lot of rules. And Jacob, I'm going to be honest, Jacob from North Carolina, I had no business walking through these people's facilities, their houses, because I wasn't invited. But I knew one day that I was going to see something that I was going to teach many people probably. And never even that I wanted to teach it back then. I just wanted to do it. Right. The teaching kind of never even was a thought. But lucky for y'all, I took a Saturday just like today. And I went to go and see what these places look like.
Right.
And y'all, the lady, because I knew y'all weren't going to believe me, Miss Cynthia, so I took pictures of it. The lady that was making $41,000 every 30 days of her life, Jacob, Taylor family, can you imagine making 41 grand a month housing people in these conditions? The devil is a liar. Crazy. I hope you can't. Crazy. See those beds on the ground? See how that kitchen burnt up? Now, me and Shay buy houses like that and we rehab them and flip them. Guys, people were living in this place. And because I knew y'all wasn't going to believe me, I took pictures of it.
It was wild.
I said one day when I tell this story, people like LaVon, people like Beatrice, people like Sasha Wilson, y'all wasn't going to believe me, Sasha.
Derrick. And
Lord have mercy.
People don't realize the importance of
look at this stuff. Say, talk about this day. You were there.
This day,
I mean, you still had a job during this. I can't remember. You were gone?
Because this was during COVID. This was
Tell the people about this.
So we got a phone call from an organization that we received residents from on a regular basis, and this was during COVID. And they were like, listen, we're working with this housing provider, and I promise you, I know that they're not doing right. And they contacted us and asked us, they connected us to this housing provider. And we literally took over this ILF. The day we walked in, it was he was military vet. Yeah, he was a military veteran.
Yeah.
And that's the one that had the bricks underneath the bed. And I was just, I couldn't believe it because I was shocked. I was like, they don't even have like.
Shannon, those are bricks holding that bed up, Shannon.
We can't get bed. I was so shook because
my Lord have mercy.
It blew me because I was just so, I was confused. I was like, why? I heard Derrick talk about these things. I saw the pictures, but when you walk in it yourself, it's a whole different thing. So we spent a whole week and a half revamping this whole house, getting the beds off the floor. We had to throw away all of the box springs. The mattresses were savable. The box springs were not because most of them were on the floor. And the gentlemen that lived in this house were so clean. So what they would do is the one guy was mopping all of the floors. He was mopping the floors, but the mop was so wet that it was hidden up against the box. So
now we're kind of productive because now we're creating.
So the box springs are moldy. So So it was just
41 grand a month, y'all.
It was terrible.
And y'all going to a 9-to-5 job every day. You don't like your boss. You don't like the job. It take up 10 to 12 hours of your day because the drive to work, the drive home, the 8 to 10 hours at the job. And guys, y'all won't get into this to stop people like this. And again, because I knew y'all wasn't going to believe me, the Chisholm Ranch, I said, boy, I got to take pictures of this. I got to video. We got the guy on camera that we saved from that bed. Look at his kitchen. The one house I walked in, y'all see the guy sitting on the bed? I tried my best to get his face out of it just to be respectful. But what you can't see, Taylor family, is that there's needles all in that carpet because the guy was diabetic. No trash can. What is that thing that people use for the needles or razors? It's that safety. No Sharps box. Guys, I got people that do that. We got Sharps boxes because guess what I found out, y'all? Here's the gem. The fire department would give it to you for free. Oh, somebody didn't know that. Somebody didn't know that.
Oh my goodness.
You can get it because I can go so many directions with that one phrase in so many coaching ways. But guys, why would you allow this and you actually making the money? Some of y'all dream to make the kind of money that I'm talking about. Why would you do, how can we pray to God to change our life? He actually do it and you do this.
It's sad.
So this is what I saw. And usually, guys, it take me 2 hours to tell this story. I done got real good over the last 4 months. I don't spend a lot of time talking about this, but for people that's never seen it, Miss Sharon, I gotta show you where it come from because you wouldn't understand it if I just start teaching. If you never knew, Miss Sharon, that I was the social worker for 9 years, begging God to change my life, begging God to get into something like this, and then I saw people doing it in these conditions. And then the straw that broke the camel's back is when I walked into a place and I ran into a girl. I'm gonna just call her Patty. I said, Patty, you live here? Patty looked at me and said, Derrick, you discharged me here a couple days ago, bro. Stop it. Guys, I didn't know what these places look like before I snuck in them to see them. Do y'all understand that? I never had a vision of what this was the whole time until I took that one Saturday and said, boy, I got to go see what it looked like.
What people don't realize is that you were doing the discharges every day.
Every day.
Every day. And never.
That was 40% of why I left that job. Because I said, boy, I can't be a part of this. When I found out Patty was sleeping on the kitchen floor, paying $750 a month to live there, I said, game over, Shay. I got to get in this. And I don't know what I'm doing, but I got to get in this. Miss Beatrice, have you ever seen something, and this could be it, that when you saw it, you said, man, I would do better than that. Put a number 2 in the chat, and please be interactive today. Put a number 2 in the chat if you ever seen something, and it could be this, and you say, man, I could do better than that. Have y'all ever seen somebody living your dream, but doing it the wrong way? When I saw that lady sleeping on the kitchen floor, Miss Sharon, as roaches were running in and out of that bottom drawer where y'all keep y'all muffin pans and cake pans at, she had a 3-inch mat about this thick and about 3 feet long.
Yeah.
Some of y'all grandchildren sleep on these at the daycare. This is a grown lady in her 40s. She said, Derrick, my family pays $750 for me to be here. And Miss Faith, you heard me tell this story before. The part that breaks my heart the most, some of y'all gonna think it's the roaches and the rats. That's sad, but some of y'all gonna think it's her sleeping on the ground. The part that scratched my skin the most is that she wasn't even mad about it. To her, that was the standard. She says, Mr. Derrick, I'm just glad not to be homeless, so I don't complain to be here.
Oh my God.
Oh my Lord, have mercy.
Yeah.
Woo, Lord.
When you get into this space, it's amazing the
Lord.
reaction.
That's the part, Shay. Because you remember when I came home talking about it, and that's when Shay jacked me up and said, well, Derrick, what you gonna do about it, bro? You can't keep coming home, crying to me, talking about, babe, you should have seen this. Babe, we discharged 10 people today. Babe, I discharged 5 people today. Because once I told Shay the problem, I'm still going to this job and I'm still discharging people. She got tired of me talking about the problem and said, Derrick, where is the answer, the solution? Oh, yeah, Lord. Shay, take it over because I'm done. I just wanted people to see where this came from.
Together we rise, ILF.
Ooh. And if you on TikTok, you guys can't see what I'm showing you. A lady sleeping on the kitchen floor. Come to Forston Consultants on YouTube.
And I put it in the chat. So let's go back because I think let's go back to.
We can't do it like this, y'all. Yeah. Like, why would we ask God to change our life financially and to help our community, and then we do it like this, and you actually making the money? That's the part that's really heartbreaking.
So, Derrick, I'm going to go to the chat really quickly. So, Miss Beatrice asks, how does she become part of the family?
So, I don't just allow people to just sign up, right? We have a discovery call.
Correct.
Now, most people charge for that too, but I don't, right? Now, I'm thinking about changing that next year. But for what, 7 years now, I've always given a discovery call as long as you've watched that webinar. And then from that call, we decide how fast you want to get into it. So that's the first steps. Webinar, which right now is scrolling below on the bottom of those 2 terrible beds. If you text the phrase more info to that phone number, 407-326-0086, that could actually give you the webinar. After that, because my system is so great, you guys are going to see it. And you're going to get an appointment, or you're going to be asked to want to book a call with Derrick now, you hit yes. And then that's when you and I talk just to make sure you understood everything, you know what you're getting, and we get you signed up just like that. And then now you become family. You're no longer some lady that found me on YouTube. I'm your big brother at that point. Okay.
Yeah, Miss Beatrice said people with income fall through the cracks. The service is very much needed here in Akron, Ohio. So absolutely, it's needed everywhere. So we're going to start taking some questions because I see a lot of questions. Well, not a lot, but I see a few questions that are coming in right now. And again, after you've rented or leased for so long and you didn't go buy the Gucci bag and the Mercedes Benz and the Gator shoes, you save that money to now go and buy a property. Because also looking for y'all, I'm a business loan broker. We do something that's called asset-based lending. So if you want to fix and flip a property or fix one to rent it for ILF, you can come see me. Now, if you want to buy a house for you and your kids to live in it, I can't do that. We do business loans, and it's called asset-based lending. I can lend you from 50 grand to 50 million when it comes to real estate. And we can talk about that if that's something that you desire. But I'll admit, 90 to 95% of people I coach, we rent
and we lease places.
Correct.
Ms. Shay, on you to talk to the people what this place should look like, and then walk them through how did you begin to buy places now?
Absolutely. So this place was actually a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom property. We changed, the formal dining room into a bedroom. So now it is an actual 5-bed, 3-bath, can take 10 women from homeless to hopeful. And right now, how did we get into this place? Honestly, it went from renting a whole bunch of properties, saving the money, and then finding a distressed landlord, someone that was really on the verge of wanting to give up the property and just wanted out. We were actually contacted to sell the property for the people as wholesalers. And I was like, Derrick, what are we doing? Like, why are we trying to wholesale this property?
Why not buy this place?
I was like, what are we really doing here? And God bless Otis. Otis was like, Derrick, we don't sell property. We buy property. And
thank God for my brother.
And me and him kind of pounced all over Derrick, because Derrick was like, no, we can just, not this one. And I was like, are you stupid? Like, we can even go down lower on this price, because they're ready to get rid of the property. So that's exactly what we did. Knew the person, the house needed a lot of work. So we went in with a really reasonable request. And, we ended up with the property. And now this property currently is housing for 6 women on the 23rd. So I got to go over there today and put some stuff together, and I'm going to go pray in that room. I try to do that as much as I can. If I don't have fast move-ins, when I set up, I always go and I pray and I anoint the room for whatever they may bring with them, that it don't come through the door, and that they don't,
Shay, talk about that one more time. Why would you pray over that room? What does that mean to you? Why would you do that?
I anoint the room, one, because you don't know what they come carrying. A lot of times people come from really, 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 really stark and dark backgrounds. And this house is already peaceful, right? All of my ladies get along perfectly fine. This is a new face. Well, not a new face, but new to some of the ladies, well, most of the ladies in this house. I've housed this individual before. I know she can be heavy in spirit, not with spirits, but she's heavy. She carries a lot of stuff that can bring you down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to anoint that room. I am going to anoint the house in general, so that even when she comes in, that whatever she's carrying, that weight does not fall on the other women. And that also that she finds peace, right? So it's not all about what she's bringing, but how can the peace of God, the presence of God, fill that space that she's going to enter, to where when she enters it, that it changes everything, that it shifts the atmosphere that she carries, and she now takes on the new atmosphere of peace, of the spirit of joy, God's presence, all of that. So I love to go and anoint. So that's what I'll be doing today, because I need to go get that room done. I
love that. Shay, there's a lot of people that are in belief or in agreement with you.
What people don't realize, like even the spa day, if you go to my social media, especially on the TikTok, I believe they posted it. We even started the spa day off with prayer.
Wow.
Our ladies love it. I always have one of my board members who is a pastor, ordained pastor, that comes to the spa days, and like some of the board members spend time there with the ladies, so that it's not just me that they see. They now get to get connected to the board and see that we're all operating from the same cloth, right? From that same space of faith. And it moves mountains. People don't realize how important prayer is, and how when you introduce people to it and they see you live it, they see you walk it out, they see you house in a way that shows that's your truth. It's different. It brings about such a huge difference in the household, in the ayala. My ladies are amazing.
So let me do something just really quickly.
Come on, we ain't gonna be here all
just
day,
because of those announcements. Yes, we have not even said the announcement yet. How dare we give y'all all this great information
and everything,
and we ain't even did the announcement. So I tell you what, with that being said, I'm gonna let Shay announce it. I usually drop all the bombs. Shay, can you tell the people real quick what's going on?
It's a great month. because all of our birthdays fall in
All
November.
of our birthdays.
Me, Derrick, his mom, his aunties. He's got 2 aunties. I've got a nephew. We got nephews, nieces, all of that fall in November. But we're making November even more special for each and every one of you all, because we are doing our last ILF Anywhere event in the amazing city of Jacksonville, Florida. So November 1st, Jacksonville, Florida, you've got next for the ILF Anywhere City Tour. Thanks to,
on our birthday month, so we're gonna show out for this one.
I was like, and this is never something we do. Like, we don't.
Yeah, we really don't do this in our month because it's so busy for us. Just the month of November, but lucky for us, Shay, it's the 1st, which is still busy. Because guess what happens on the 1st, y'all? Rent. We collect rent on the 1st. Miss Shannon, big shout out to you. I want to pause on what you just said, because Shannon, I often tell people it's not by coincidence that you guys find us. It's usually our prayer and your prayer merging together, because that's just how good God is. Yeah. You said that you came over from TikTok this morning. I was looking up, I lost it. I was looking up ILF last night at 2 a.m. See what I mean, y'all? I told y'all 2 weeks ago that everybody that finds us and buys our coaching is between 12:30 and 2:45 a.m. in the morning.
We wake up in the morning to.
That's just how it works. Yeah. I was the same guy, Shannon. I'm only talking to Shannon now. Shannon, I was you 9 years ago on YouTube at 2 in the morning, and I got to be at work at 7, trying to figure my life out and my next move. So all what happened to you, Shannon, is my prayer and your prayer merged together. Because guess what my prayer sound like? Hey, God, can you send us a bunch of great people that are house folks, not in rats and roaches, not in filth and grime, not in squalor, not in all of these things that I showed my TikTok and my YouTube people earlier. We ain't housing people in conditions like this, y'all. Can y'all send me great people like Shannon and her family so that we can continue this mission? And Shannon, I already know what your prayer was, and I don't even know you. You say, God, I want to do your will. I want to help people, and I want to serve community. Yeah. And God, I want to make a bunch of money to be able to feed my family. Yep. Because y'all, we teach a model that's so cool, in my opinion. Watch this. Again, it serves God first. It serves people. It serves community, so that you can make enough money to feed your family. That's what I call a real business.
Fix your thing.
Make sense, everybody? Yep. Like, that's what I call a real business. Anything that I can serve God, serve people, and don't let me mess around and involve real estate in it, because this is what it really looks like. Now, Shannon, if you're new to me, this is what it looks like. They takes women from homeless to hopeful. I put a post on my page yesterday. Ever thought about housing women? Guess how many battered women that are in your city that need your help? Yeah. Women that are escaping domestic violence. Women that are escaping sexual misconduct. I'll use that word. Trafficking. Guys, y'all can be the answer to that. Mm-hmm. And again, still this prayer. God, can you give me favor with man in my city, but also, God, favor with you? Because, God, I want to do your will. And I want to do it through real estate. God, I want to help people. So
rewind. So don't you taking me, you going too far.
I'm sorry, Shay. Well, where was I supposed to be going in?
Driving them to Jacksonville, sir.
So you already announced it, right?
So text the word city.
Letlet's do it.
To 407-326-0086.
See, I get excited, y'all.
The information
November 1st.
We have location, but we're actually going to Jacksonville next weekend to meet with our host. And both of our hosts. So when we do our ILF Anywhere events, it is all about, it's a spotlight on an ILF owner and operator that is under our coaching, that is doing amazing things. The last event was in Columbia, South Carolina, where we got to broadcast 311
They shut to Qatar Johnson and family.
No. It was amazing. And just the outpouring of love, the people that showed up. This is not our annual conference. So this is our lunch and learn. Come get the information. Day 2 for those. So we do 2 tickets for the ILF Anywhere event. And that is the VIP, because you're all VIPs in our eyes.
Correct.
And that is the 1-day event. That is the ILF Anywhere event, where we're in your face. We try to keep it very, not small, but we try to keep it kind of quaint. so that we can get to interact and engage with everybody on the day of this event. Day 2 is for our elite that purchased the elite ticket. Both tickets come with our HRA business in a box, the housing referral agency business in a box. This is not a product or service that you can purchase from us on its own. It is only attached to our ILF Anywhere program, right? A lot of people for the South Carolina event purchased the ticket and told us, I'm not coming to the event. I just want the
HRA.
I think we had like 10 or 15 people. That
very smart move, though.
And I was like, man, that was smart because they live
and
in
slow
Colombia.
that part down so that people really understand what you're saying, because this is powerful.
They lived in Columbia, South Carolina, and they were able to partner now with the housing providers as HRAs, and that's allowing them to refer people to these housing providers for a fee. And now they're positioning themselves to be able to start their ILF. The HRA business in a box is like it's like the 101 of starting your ILF, right? It is the foundational portion.
And it allows you guys to house people, and you don't need a property.
Correct.
So if you're new to us and you have no clue what we're talking about, imagine doing what Shay and I do and you don't have a property.
Yeah.
It stands for Housing Referral Agent. Yep. In fact, I got a 14-minute webinar that's free that'll change your life. So there is no waiting until you get a house to do this. Yeah. If you got a cell phone and an internet connection, right now text the phrase HRA to 407-326-0086. It's scrolling below right now if you're on YouTube. TikTok may miss that. TikTok, in fact, it's on the pinned message in the chat. But YouTube, that phone number scrolling below right now, text HRA.
Yep.
That's how God is going to allow you to help these people. And all you need is a cell phone and relationship. And you got no people that have the property already. And we teach that. So a lot of my people that I coach, and I always highlight the 2 women in their 70s. They say, Derrick, that HRA is a genius, bro. Because I don't want a house. I don't want to deal with the people. I don't want to move them in. I don't want to move them out. I don't want to deal with the craziness. But Derrick, God did tell me to help them.
Yeah.
And you develop an HRA to where I can make a referral to somebody. When they move in, they pay me.
Yep.
Derrick, sign me up. So again, right now, guys, I got a 14-minute webinar. Thanks, Adrian. I just saw that Adrian did it. Adrian did what we call move at the speed of instruction.
Somebody else just
did it from a 281 number. That's Alabama, I think. Call me wrong if that's not Alabama. But again, text HRA. It stands for Housing Referral Agent.
But
it is 14 minutes long. So watch this. Jacksonville, Florida, November 1st.
Yes.
Visit ilfconsulting.org to book your tickets.
Or text.
City. Or you can text the word city to the phone number scrolling below. Tickets are $197 for the VIP.
Love and Life on TikTok.
And
I was looking for you guys. Here we are.
Absolutely. And guys, like, this is one of those events that people love because it's not like our conference ticket that's $1,000. Guys, this is $197 to get the game. And we give you the HRA
business in a box complimentary.
So watch this. If you can't make it, you still need to buy a ticket because the HRA is now sold on my website.
Walk away with something with it anyway, right?
And last year this time the HRA business in a box was $2,500. So if you can do math, I'm actually giving this away. So one more time, guys, and I'm done. ILF. In fact, can 10 of y'all type in the chat ILF? Help me out, Jillian. ILFconsulting.org. Katara, help me out.
That is the website for the city tour.
Miss Shannon, help me out.
And then, like I said, also text the word city to the number scrolling at the bottom of the screen. For you all in TikTok, I will put it there. So Jacksonville, Florida, January. Oh,
281 is Houston.
November the 1st. So I'm putting this in there. Join us live.
I'm so excited about this event too, man, because it's almost like getting my one-on-one coaching in a span of 2 days. Because day one is all the game, all the curriculum. Day 2 is the tour of an actual running ILF. And the website is ilfconsulting.org. ilfconsulting.org. And my bot's probably so smart, it already probably got the info. And like Shay said, just takes the word city, CITY, to that phone number scrolling below, and it give you all the information. VIP ticket is $197, and the elite ticket, which includes day 2 and the tour, is only $397. So to be able to get this game and then walk through an actual facility of one running, and we still answer your questions on day 2, guys, this is a no-brainer. This is one of those things that I tell people that if you don't get this, you don't want to get in. Like, what would stop you from spending $197, $397? We spend that in lunch over a span of a month or two.
No,
in Starbucks.
Consulting, guys.
So it's ilfconsulting.org. And you guys can ask any questions that you may have, but we're going to show you guys how to start it, how to manage it, how to run it, and all the things you need. Like, how do we bring attention to it? We use Digital Flow Solutions, which runs every business that we have. But I'll admit, another major marketing thing for us is an open house.
Yeah.
Shay, can you explain to these people who are all those women and maybe 1 or 2 guys in this picture, and where are they?
So these are social workers and case managers from an organization. So it's a healthcare organization that I used to work for at one point in time. And they have several different
Hold it, Shay. How cool is it that you can work for a place from 9 to 5 and collect a check, and now they write you checks and drive the checks to you now?
Yeah.
Ooh, go ahead, Shay.
Yeah. Anyway, so this is what is it? Organizational or department head meeting that they have monthly. So where all of the case managers, social workers come together, like the leadership team from every hospital, the facilities underneath that organization meet at one place to discuss different things pertaining to their area of expertise. So what they did on one of theirs is they met us. We met them a month prior, or 2 months prior, actually. And then we invited them, once the house was done, that they can come and do that next one or the one after that there at the home. So what they did is they all traveled directly to our ILF, and they did a walkthrough of our ILF. And
can you imagine 32 providers from different departments, but they all focus on HOUSING, housing.
Yeah. So
look at Shay's living room, y'all. Like, just in that one shot is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Like, wow. And they all come with one want and a need. Housing.
Yep.
Back on you, Shay.
So so this is some of the things that you'll do. This is some of the things we train you to do, show you how to do it, show you how to gain the access to these organizations. And it's honestly through consistency and being persistent in trying to get in contact with people. If you're afraid to hear no once, or you don't get a response, it's going to be very difficult for you to jump into the space. So again, November 1st, you want to be in the building. You do not want to miss out on this amazing opportunity to see what Onward and Upward Solutions is doing in Jacksonville, Florida. Not even just from the standpoint of housing. How this is a nonprofit organization that has started their nonprofit doing something completely different, but wanted to add an addition or an additional program to their nonprofit organization. So that is what this organization did. This wasn't something that was founded to do this particular thing. This is a nonprofit that wanted to add to its quiver of programs. And this is what she's doing. And her initial niche, which she'll talk about at the event, is, somewhat different from what she's doing now with the housing, but it makes sense.
It all rolls in together. Yep.
So again, Derrick, this is Saturday. We're not going to have people hanging out here all day long.
No, we not.
Mom here.
But I do want you to tell them what's on this screen right now and how you did involve that.
So the spa day. Well, let me jump back because I want to finish talking about November 1st. So with November 1st, again, it's not just going to be Derrick and I running our mouths, but you're going to get to hear from the founder of this organization and how it is important to them and why they decided to do this edition. The other thing is you're going to get to hear their experiences, right? It's good and fine and dandy to hear it always from Derrick and myself. But when you hear someone else tell you about their access to this niche and how they're now progressing through this process, it sounds a lot better. So if you are interested in joining us on November the 1st, go ahead to ILF Consulting with an ING, not consultants. This is consulting, ilfconsulting.org, and get your ticket, or you can text city to the number that is scrolling down the bottom of the screen. For you all on TikTok, it has already been placed in the chat. The website has been placed in the chat for you all. Join us live November 1st in person, in the flesh. You get to meet us in the flesh. And let us show you how to take people from homeless to hopeful, utilizing not only the ILF model, but the HRA. Yeah. Because this is where if you're in the Florida area or if you're not in the Florida area, we're going to show you how you can take the tools of the HRA and contact Onward and Up with solutions with good clients, good possible residents, right? So that is the goal of this, is to not only give you the information, but even surround you with people that have houses in those areas that you can now refer into. So we're creating your business for you. We're creating your community. You're
building your ecosystem around you even before you get a house.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing there. So now back to the spa day. The 2025 Women's Spa Day was a phenomenal. I got to get you the pictures. My team's supposed to be working on that. They have it, but I don't think he uploaded it. The spa day was phenomenal, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, the ladies were elated. They got massages from one of the young ladies that I connected. She's a massage therapist, and amazing. They were floored. They had their hair done, haircuts and styles from a beautician that we know. And then it was catered by Olive Garden. So big shout out to Olive Garden for catering. Big shout out to Walmart for sponsoring this event. Super excited about that. So everything that happened at this spa day, and this is another blessing of being a nonprofit, is that I can create these spa days, and if I wanted to, I can take them on the road. So like I can go from the Angela Denise Foundation having a spa day to the Angela Denise Foundation hosting the spa day for Second Chance Housing, or the Angela Denise Foundation hosting the spa day for this other entity. So again, these are some of the things that you can add as a nonprofit. But the ladies' spa day was phenomenal, and we're looking forward to our next thing, which is Thanksgiving. Walmart has done it again. Walmart has sponsored.
Show out Walmart.
Yeah, Walmart has.
And also Shay will be talking a lot about this. And usually, guys, Shay don't get too deep into that nonprofit stuff. But this time in Jacksonville, because the person we're highlighting is also nonprofit, Shay is going to spill a lot of these nonprofit beans. Correct. So that's another advantage, guys, of coming to this. Because again, Shay's course and everything that she does on the coaching side is way more expensive than the $197 or the $397 that you would pay. Yeah, so please take advantage, guys, as you see on the screen, November 1st and the 2nd, if you want the tour. But if you say, Derrick, I just want the information and I want the HRA business in the box, that's going to be day one. Or if you can't make it, but you still want the HRA business in the box, that's still a good decision, guys. Remember, last year, that thing was $2,500.
And then we took it off.
So you're basically getting it for $197. And like Shay said, it's not even on our website. It's something to purchase. So November 1st. In fact, can two more of y'all put that in the chat? November 1st, curriculum. November 2nd, the tour. Yeah. Jacksonville, Florida, and that is a Saturday. Start time is at 11 a.m. day one. Correct. Back on you, Michelle.
Faith says, is it suggested to have an NPO, a nonprofit organization also? It's not. I mean, it's personal preference to the individual. If you're able to manage both, and that's something that I'll discuss more on November 1st, you've got to know what goes into it, right? And the Know Before You Go nonprofit course for the people that are in our ILF family, because I saw that this was a question asked by Ronald earlier. they're gonna keep giving opportunities for y'all to opt in at the special price, but that part is done for right now. So it's live at its original price. And just so that you all know, we normally, whatever course we build, it's normally given to our ILF members, our one-on-one consultant clients or family. But unfortunately, because this one was built for the Angela Denise Foundation, we have to keep that separate. So although it falls in your Forston Consultants portal, it was a collaboration between Forston Consultants and the Angela Denise Foundation. So the pricing, there is a pricing or a donation fee that is associated with that for that course. Because it was created as a fundraiser. So it was a program that we had written in our books for the Angela Denise Foundation that was to raise funds as well as raise awareness for other nonprofit people that are interested in going the route of nonprofit. So,
also, if you want more information on Shay's course, the Know Before You Go, text NPO
to the phone number scrolling below.
That rhymes. So 5 of y'all do that right now. Text NPO, stands for nonprofit organization, to the number that's scrolling below. And I'll just say it one more time for my TikTok folks: 407-326-0086.
We said that.
And basically, guys, you can text anything to that number because we got an AI bot that's kind of smarter than me. So any questions that you may have in terms of getting started, more information about our products, the ebooks. Some people start from the ebooks. Some people start from the webinar. Some people know that they've been called to this. You just needed the connection to bump into us. So I've seen several messages today. People said, man, I've been looking for this, and here you go. Guys, that's not a coincidence. That's called for such a time as this.
Absolutely.
And we call it God's timing. So you've probably been praying for something like this. In fact, last question from me and I'm gone. If you've been praying for something just like this, but people have been hiding it, or it's kind of been like elusive, and now you found us, let me know in the chat by either putting a praying hands emoji or just write the word prayer. Like if you've been praying for something just like this, and then all of a sudden, boom, here we go. Let me know in the chat. Because again, November 1st, let me announce this. And I hope Miss Faith is here to hear this. She's been, because it's the only one, Faith is the only one that this actually will kind of apply to in terms of what she did.
Her day will be spent in her portal.
Perfect. So Faith, you don't know this, Faith, but my team set a date that if anybody was to purchase the ILF Mastery Blueprint, you come to this lunch and learn complimentary. So Faith, you literally just became family, not even probably 5 days ago. You met that. So guess what, Faith? If you want to come, you good. So right now, listen to me carefully one more time. Not if you purchased it 2 weeks ago, 2 months ago, or 2 years ago.
It started this
started, I think, 4 or 5 days ago. And I think Faith is the only one in the last 4 days, not counting DIY, because a lot of y'all did that. But if you purchase the ILF Mastery Blueprint one-on-one coaching from the 17th on till now, you come to Jacksonville complimentary.
Up until the week of the event.
Right.
So
okay, so Faith, if you got it, we'll see you in Jacksonville. Don't you buy a ticket. You already bought it. Okay. Exactly. So I'm done with that. I love you guys like a fat kid loves cake. Last thing is this, though, because the Smith family was asking about the one-on-one coaching. I usually go through that, but I just kind of got away from today because just kind of gave us some game. But 3 ways to get into what we do. The first way is our YouTube channel. Tons of material. And my suggestion is when you go to YouTube, Forston Consultants, click on that tab that says live. Never mind the videos, because they're short. I want you to click live. There's over 1,000 videos, guys. It says 1K. I finally got over 1,000 videos of nothing but the ILF model. Guys, it ain't a question in your head that not already in video form. But if you say, no, Derrick, I don't want it that way. I want more of a structure, then maybe you consider the DIY. That's only $9.97. Correct. $3 away from $1,000. We build your website. You get the paperwork and all that stuff. Because guys, remember, I don't sell products. We sell transformation. Yeah. So when you and God decide that you want to change your life, that's when people usually come to us. That YouTube channel is complimentary, but the DIY is an investment in yourself, in your life, and in your community. It's also a step of faith. You saying, God, I trust you. I'm going to get this coaching. Now, God, do your part. There's nothing wrong with that prayer. God, I'm taking a step forward. Can you meet me halfway now? But if you anything like me, you a little bit of, hard-headed and you don't get things right away, you need that one-on-one coaching for me to hold your hand. That's the ILF Mastery Blueprint. It's only $4,997, $3 away from $5,000. And in January, it goes back to $7,500. Because remember, it's on sale all year long, like I promised. So guys, don't miss the opportunity to change your life, either with the complimentary content, YouTube at Forston Consultants, the DIY at $997, or the one-on-one coaching at $4,997. Yeah. Or if you want the ILF Legacy, the white glove service, that's the phone call. It's an application. That was $20,000. You just can't buy that one. You got to talk to me first. And it's an application, right? So those are the choices. Most people fall in between that DIY and that one-on-one coaching. Correct. So again, guys, my name is Derrick Forston. I approve this entire message. We'll see you guys Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Unless if I forgot about something, she'll tell me. But Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern. What's cool about this room, y'all, because we do this on purpose, Saturday, come see us here. Sunday, take your butt to church tomorrow, or your place of worship, or if you go to Bedside Baptist, meaning at home, tell God and pretend he didn't see today. Say, God, I was in this class yesterday, and boy, that Forston family, boy, they seem to have it. They love you, God, they love people, and they love real estate. And God, I'm trying to get in that. Yeah. If you see fit for Derrick and Shay to be my coach, God, make the way easy. Absolutely. God, make me rich and add no sorrow. And allow Derrick and Shay to be the best coaches, and we'll be sure to give you, God, all the glory, all the honor, and all the praise. Absolutely. So that's what Shay and I live by. We're great. Like, we're real good. But God makes us awesome, and we give him the credit, because Shay and I take none. Shay and I get thank yous all week, all day. Big shout out to Jermaine Mills that said he got his first property, getting that keys on September 1st. Bro, you kept showing consistency. You keep showing up. You keep posting. He spoke it by faith. And he spoke it. Talk about that. He spoke it by faith. So that's it. One thing about what we do is you've got to see it. You've got to prophesy over your situation, right? He said, and if you think we lying, go to the ILF Academy, because if you're new, join it anyway. Text join. Text the word join to that phone number below. That's our free Facebook group. It's called The ILF Academy. Either just go find it by name, The ILF Academy, or text join to that phone number. Jermaine spoke 3 weeks ago. I'm going to have my keys on the 1st of October. Less than 2 days ago, he posted, hey guys, I'm getting them keys. I got my first property. So call these things that be not as though they were. Make sense, everybody? So you guys be great. We'll see you guys in Jacksonville, Florida. I'm going to let Shay bless y'all before we go. But Jacksonville, Florida, November 1st, block your calendar now. Please. So that nothing comes up. Because after November and after that event, Shay and I are going to almost disappear from this planet for a little while. And y'all probably won't see us much. But we're going to be gone, Shay. Shay, we're taking out the whole month of December. Congratulations. Merry Christmas and happy birthday. We ain't working in December. So y'all better get in, man, because Shay not going to get real lazy after this event. Because Shay's birthday, y'all, is November the 8th. So if you want to send Shay something and just be just already prepared, Shay's birthday is November the 8th. Yeah. My birthday is November the 16th. Mom Forston's birthday is November the 18th. Yep. We all in there together. Case. Yeah, we got a bunch. Keep them going. We got a bunch of them. Chop's birthday is the Case 19th. Birthday on the 19th. He's our youngest Scorpio. Yeah, in fact, we gotta have him on. 3 steps. Really? See? I meant to tell you, he took 3 steps. They got you on camera. Yep. Hey, we love you guys, man. And again, go talk to God today and tomorrow and tell him what you want to do. No different from my prayer in the beginning. I say, God, you just showed me a lady living my dream. She make God, she's doubling my salary, doing it the wrong way. I say, God, if you let me get in it, I'll go all over the world telling people how great you are.
Yeah.
So God, can me and you be in covenant, in an agreement? Because I'll do my part. And guys, I would like to think that's why I'm blessed today. Not because I'm so great. It's because I kept this promise that I would teach it to other people.
Exactly.
After all the mistakes, the $40,000 lawsuit, and me being on the Channel 8 News the wrong way.
Yeah.
Guys, I made all the mistakes so that you don't have to.
Come on.
So I pray y'all strength in the Lord, as my grandmother used to say.
Yes,
and I pray God's best on y'all life, mentally and physically. In fact, Father God, thank you so much for the seed that was sown today. Thank you for the ability to give what you just gave Shay and I. Let me repeat that. God, thank you for allowing Shay and I to give what you gave us. God, it changed our life. And you are no respecter of person. What you did for me and Shay and all the hundreds of people that we coach, you'll do for these people.
Yes.
God, I ask you to make them rich and add no sorrow. God, give them land that they did not toil in and neither did they build it. But God, called them to give them favor to where they just are handed land and keys. God, give us opportunity. Because God, we promise to keep you first.
Yes, Lord.
Because God, you said in your word that if we keep you first, you will make sure that all of these things that we want will be added unto us. Yeah. So Father God, we give back because everything is all yours anyway. Thank you for allowing us to be good stewards over it. In fact, God, make us better stewards today than we was yesterday.
Yes.
God, we will not squander opportunity. We won't squander finances. And God, we won't squander the chance to do your will through real estate. God, these people bumped in you today, not by coincidence, but by divine appointment, as we like to call it. And God, we believe that you're a part of this. So God, again, just like you blessed that lady that was making 41 grand a month doing it the wrong way, God, you love us the same way. But God, help us with the right mentality to do it the right way. God, we don't want to house people in rats and roaches and think it's okay. The devil is a liar. So God, help us be the best people that we can be. God, give us the mind of Christ and an able body to do what you called us to do. God, procrastination is the arrogant assumption that you will give us more time for what you already told us to do. So God, we kill procrastination right now. We stop on the head of procrastination because we will do what you've called us to do and we'll live out all the days of our life. God, it's hard to do your will with cancer and diabetes, high blood pressure. So God, we speak healing and restoration over these people. No ailment, no sickness. Sickle cell must go today. Cancer must go today. Diabetes must go today. Back aches and bad knees. All that stuff is healed today so that we can do what you called us to do. And God, you are so genius that you made it to where that if we do your will, you will take care of our family too.
Yes.
So God, we just want to say thank you. Thank you, Father. Thank you, God. One more time, God, thank you for what you're doing in the lives of these people. And God, you've been so good to me and Shay. God, can you replicate that for these people? Yes. And we'll be ever so careful to give you all the glory, all the honor, and all the praise. God, we'll take no credit. In fact, God, we decrease so that you can increase in us and inside of our housing program. Allow us to be the change in our city. Allow us to be the solution to the problem. And again, God, we'll take no credit. We say it right now that God, you are the one that made all of this happen. Thank you for the relationship and the partnership to be able to do it. Now unto him that is able to do exceedingly, abundantly, above all we can ever ask or think, according to God's power that works in your family. If you guys agree with that, say amen.
Amen, amen, amen.
Amen. Amen.
And tell your friend Shay happy birthday because Shay's on the same day. Love it.
Shay, what? Who?
So Modesty said her friend's birthday is November 8th and her name is Shay.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I would say what a coincidence, but it's not. All of that was a sign for you, Bonnie, that this is all working for your good. Shay, bless the people, and I'm gone.
Y'all have a blessed weekend. Have a great one, and we'll see you not bright and early, but at 7 p.m. Eastern on Monday. Yes. God bless. Love y'all.
God bless everybody. Do you have to gear it up, Shay, to exit us or no?
Oh, I thought you were.
She's supposed to hit the button to make us disappear. Anyway, y'all be good. Try it again, Shay.